to my channel. Okay, so for this month of April 2022 we are doing a jellyfish kind of oceany vibe going on here, but you'll see more as the video progresses, so let's get started. Okay, so as always we're starting off with our title page and our quote page. So on the left hand side you can see I've got my quote for the month, and this is from the movie The Fundamentals of Caring. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of like a feel-good, little bit of a sad tone to the movie. It's very blunt, it's very crude humour, so if it's not your kind of thing, probably wouldn't recommend it. And the quote is, "I know I've lost my mind, but I'm not concerned because it's the first thing that I've lost in a long time that actually feels good." As you can see, I'm just going in with my calligraphy pen and, sorry, my brush pen here. Yes, my hand is still on the strap. This was a few months of recovery for this injury, so bear with me on that one. Moving on to the title page, I've got a giant ass A to represent April, and I will be going back in and writing in the rest of April. After I've drawn my jellyfish, I just thought it would be easier to do it and flipping it in reverse. That way I can color it in and see how everything progresses before I want to choose my positioning for the following letters. As you can clearly see, this will be my colour theme for this month. So I actually have 5 colours on this set. I did do a small tear on the bottom of the page, which is why I'm putting stick tape over it. Luckily there wasn't anywhere that I needed to colour or particularly draw over the top of, so just clear Scotch tape did the job. But as I was saying before, my colour scheme is 5 different shades. So I've got a very nice lavender, and then the dark purple, a light blue, a aqua kind of shade, and a darker blue. Moving on to the monthly spread, this one I've left relatively open in terms of the lines and even just the boxing. So as you can see on the top there, I've got my notes section, but it's not fully boxed out, but you get the point. Again, going in with my cursive font for this month, just for all of the headings, and without doing the vertical lines in between. It's very suggestive, so it's very clear to see, especially if you have a dot grid journal, where the boxes will be for the segregated days of the month. And just going back in and colouring the jellyfish and my giant numbers. And moving on to my mood tracker. So for this is one I've done in the past couple of years, but when I have more colours, I feel like this was a nice way to integrate my jellyfish into the page. So I've done some foreground and foreshadowing. So I've got my jellyfish coming up through the middle of my actual tracker, which is the ring. And I'll go through, and then I've got on the left hand side there my moods, which I'll colour in at the end there, segregating, telling me what I was feeling on what day. This one's pretty straightforward. I do like this one. I thought it was better than drawing out a bajillion little jellyfish for each day of the month. And this way I got to feature one particular jellyfish and have a nice little bottle brush at the top. And onto my habit tracker. This one is the same as previous months, so I've sectioned them off into each habit. I generally have 9, sometimes less depending on the amount of room I have on the page, but my general habits for each month are these featured 9. For these 2 pages in particular, I liked that my jellyfish were black and white and the rest of the page was colourful, so I wanted to leave it that way and just kind of pay attention to the detail and the shading and just the tentacles and cells of the jellyfish, and I thought it would stand out a little bit more than doing it in reverse. Moving on to my other side, my sleep tracker was pretty basic and straightforward, which is why I've just jumped over the process of doing that. It's the same as my other sleep trackers, and then I've just covered in a column on the left hand side and written sleep tracker on it with colourful bubbles around the edges. My expense tracker again is going to be the same as per usual, and I'm just continuing on with my cursive font for the rest of it. Just going and colouring in every other line across my expense tracker, it just breaks it up and it's easier to read and just easier on your eyes when you're looking at it overall. To the next part. So this will be my playlist and my weekly spread. My playlist I thought turned out really well for this one. I've stuck with my green colour because I hadn't utilised that one as much in the previous pages for this monthly spread. I really like the way that it turned out with my little bubble sections for the 4 songs that I wanted to put in for this month. It did end up looking a little bit like a playlist off Spotify or something, which wasn't like originally the idea, but came together in that way and I really enjoyed it. On the left hand side there, those little squares are for me to print out and stick in the actual album covers for those songs. Now I wanted to create a Dutch door effect for my weekly spread. So I've just gone ahead and cut out that I did use a blank piece of paper to just draw onto. It's a lot easier than trying to have a stay hand and be really precise and come at the edge, and it's a lot faster for the process. And nothing is complete without a drop shadow. And here we have it. So here is our flip through for the month. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed my jellyfish April spread for 2020. If you have any other ideas of themes or spreads you would like to see in future, please comment them down below. Hit that subscribe button and make sure the notification bell is turned on for the next month. Bye!
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul.